Here is how you can easily find unique samples. This website in the description called samplet.io allows you to get a randomized sample from all over the internet. Once you load this up, it'll look something like this, and you can click here to filter exactly what you want. Once you've done that, you can hit close and then hit this random button, and it's going to play any random sample, any song from the internet, which you can then sample. Be warned though, these songs do need a license to properly use. In today's video, I'm going to be using one of these samples and cooking a beat with it. Now I found this sample and I thought it was quite interesting, especially the bit at the end. So first things first, you want to acquire this sample and then load up the website called TuneBeat. Now what this website will allow you to do is upload that file and it will tell you the key and the BPM. Then we can drag our sample in here and change the BPM accordingly. Now I've already chopped up the bit that I want to use and it's right over at the end. So let's take a listen to what I've selected. Sounds pretty nice. We've already got some halftime mixing with it. And yeah, we're just going to go with the drums. We're just getting a basic drum pattern down, and in the drum bus I have a compressor using parallel compression, which means when you mix a heavily compressed version with the dry version of the drums, and then we have a little radiator here for some saturation, which really brings out these sounds. So now we need to figure out the actual notes for this. Now you can obviously use your ear to try and determine it, but there is a little trick that might help you. Now it's been featured before, but we're going to do it again just to show you. So let's go over to our channel here, and we're going to mute our effects. We're going to add another EQ, and we're going to limit this to only this part of the frequency range. So getting rid of all the bass and the high. Then you want to hit Ctrl-Alt-C and export it. And then we're going to double click on it here and right click Edit in Audio Editor. We're going to go to Tools and convert left channels to mono, and then Tools and convert score to piano roll. Now this is a little bit all over the place, but it can help us, limit it to a certain amount of notes. Okay, so to help figure out the notes of our actual sample, I've used a violin here, and I used the assistance of our notes that we had here, but I just got rid of them. I've recreated the notes here, so if you listen. So obviously our sample has a lot more swing as it's a real instrument being played, but what we can do here is we can add our own elements since we now know the notes that are being played. But the important thing is our bass. So we're going to begin to add in our bass to accompany our drums. What we can do is come up with a bass pattern and then match the notes to the key. So what I mean by this is we're going to straight up mute our sample and just keep our drums. Now we're going to come up with a nice bass pattern. Yeah, I like how that sounded. So what we can do now is go into our actual 808 on the piano roll and match it up to these notes. So it starts off at A here, and now this note needs to be playing F. So we're just going to move up to the closest note. Now I don't think I really like the 808 in this scenario, so we're going to try another one here. So what we're going to do with this 808 is, because I don't want it to be so sustainy, what we're going to do is we're going to turn down the length. But we also got to turn up the out knob so the 808 finishes just like that. Okay, so that's sounding cool, but I think I want to get a different chop set, some variation. So I think we're going to do something interesting with this. Now this sample has two various BPMs, so what we have to do is find the time of this. Yeah, right there. So I want to go like dun 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 dun. That's very much not in time, so we're going to make it in time and we're going to force it to be in time. So we're going to grab this and stretch it just like that. just going to stretch the whole sample because I didn't export it first, but well. Laying out some bass notes on here that sound nice, and I've done some special stuff with this hi-hat pattern, made it sound a little more swingy. Okay, cool, so I think this is sounding good. Here's a quick tip for you. What a lot of producers tend to overlook when making beats is certain frequencies in sound. So take a look at this snare, take a look at these diamonds, and just see there is slight frequencies in the lower end. Now, this may not be an issue for just the snare, but when all your sounds together have little bits of frequencies where they're not supposed to be, it will create an impact in the beat and how it sounds. So you won't be able to notice when I get rid of this bass, but I promise you it'll add up. So just be mindful of certain frequencies. Yeah, so this is sounding a little bit wicked, shit, sounding shit, because I need to do something to it, and we're gonna do it a little like this. So this is on the 4th, right? We're gonna make everything on the 4th. So where's this? On fire actually. I think this should be like the main bit of the beat. I think it should genuinely just open like this. This is sounding sick right now, so I think we're just going to work on some other instruments that we can layer with our violin here, and then I think we should be done. So yeah, there we go. We've got the beat here. Let me run through everything that I've done. So we've added the bongo loop. We've separated the tracks. I've added 2 new instruments. We've got labs here with a nice choir that's just literally copying the same notes from our sample here. And then a piano playing these repetitive type notes and then again copying. So it's pretty simple. We've got the whole sample in mono, which I feel like lets the drums hit a little harder. It just sounds like it. Sounds better. And yeah, this project looks complex because I've split all the sounds, but basically I'm just layering sounds on top of each other where I feel is necessary and cutting sounds in certain parts. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a preview. If you want to listen to the full beat, it'll be at the top right with more structure to it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy using samplet.io, and I will see you in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Woo! Peace.
Rosen im Herbst, sie stehen am Weg, den ich gehe.